forestry is only for people with forestry degrees. Think again. Around 3.5 million people is involved into forestry sector, but not all of them have degree in forestry. They have different backgrounds, a variety of them like policy, environmental sciences, then also geodesy sciences, but also education and something else like journalism or even communications. Let's see what are their stories about.
Okay, I'm a political scientist, so I studied political science in Italian. I'm currently the Assistant Director of Policy Support of the European Forest Institute. I have to say, I was just lucky meeting the right persons and being offered a position at the University of Natural Science to do a policy analysis on why there is no international convention on forest. So for me it happened. I did not select it. In the beginning it was very challenging for me because in the forest sector you use a lot of abbreviations which we don't in political science. So just to understand the abbreviations and then to understand the technical terms and to know a little bit more about forestry, for me was essential to also be able to study the policy document.
I was studying geodesy in Faculty of Geodesy in Split, and then I moved to Zagreb where I studied also geodesy in Faculty of Geodesy. In a Croatian Forest Research Institute, and I'm doing as well as a PhD at the Faculty of Geodesy, and I'm trying to implement new modern innovative instruments that we use in geodesy in forestry. Purely by chance, I found a job offer and I fell in love with the forestry sector. I think the biggest challenge is coming from a different background into another sector. For example, geodesy isn't really much connected to forestry, so I had to learn lots of things that aren't connected.
So I'm Zala Uhan. I am Outreach and External Engagement Assistant at the European Forest Institute in Barcelona for the Mediterranean facility, but I actually don't come from the world of forests. I come from the world of political science and international relations. Quite by chance, I found an application by the European Forest Institute, and I found it very interesting because it brought together two of my interests at the time, that were international relations and communication, and added this third element of science, and since then I decided to stay. I would say for me personally, the challenge when I started to look for a job after university was a little bit feeling lost in front of this big world of international organization, where to apply, how to apply, or having a little bit this sense of not being good enough for a certain position. But I think the trick was do the scary thing first and get scared later. That's a quote from a very nice book author. So just go with it and apply, and this brought me very much good luck.
As you've seen, there is no single path in forestry. We all take care of our forests, each in our own way. So whether you are into policy, people, or even something else, you are welcome into forestry sector, even without forestry degree.